This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Centre, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Sports City. This is your hub for everything sporting related. So we have some news, and the latest bit of news is that the ICC has informed that the T20 World Cup squad must be selected before October 10. Now, October 10, as we know, is still another month from now. But at least we have an idea of when each team selects their 15-player squad, when it should be by. So that's something that we need to be aware of. And we certainly are at this point in time. Right now, as we are a couple of weeks before the tournament, we know Australia's squad, we know England's squad, and we also know the Netherlands' squad. South Africa's squad has also come into the mix as well. So West Indies' squad is still something for us to look at. The good news is that right now, the Caribbean side and the players in this pool are operating and playing within the Caribbean Premier League. Now, with that competition, you have a good opportunity to see the talent on disposal and make the necessary selections that are there. So that in itself is excellent news. That is something that we can really grasp and really hone in relation to everything that has been said and done. So in relation to the West Indies squad, we know for a fact and we're certain that in exactly 29 days from now, the squad must be given to the ICC. That has to be done. That is a priority because the World Cup itself in Australia commences on October 16. So there we go right there. So what I figured we could do, Akil Munning says up, hope you're doing well. What I think we could do, which could be fun, is do a little predictor about West Indies' World Cup squad. Why not? And you all can let me know your thoughts as well about regarding West Indies' World Cup squad. Who do you think will make the plane down under to Australia? So without further ado, here we go, shall we? The captain is going for certain, and we know that captain is Nicholas Puran. He's on the plane and he's going to Australia. So he is a definite. He is a definite. Somebody that we know that it's so interesting because last year was his first T20 World Cup. The World Cup that was held in the UAE and also in Oman, that was his first T20 World Cup. Can you imagine? I'm sure if there was a T20 World Cup in 2018, he would certainly have been involved in that. But it's just amazing how for persons such as himself and Akil Hussain, their first taste of a World Cup came quite recently. So it just is quite compelling how everything worked out from that angle. There's been some experimentation in terms of the openers, but we'll get to that in due course. Let's just put the names that definitely will be on the plane. Shimron Hetmaya, he's on the plane, right? Has to be. Has to be. Did very well against Sri Lanka in the last World Cup and certainly puts himself in good stead. An opener that I believe should make the plane is this individual, Brandon King. Of course, we can't leave out this person right here. He has to make it. So does this person. And right there, you have 5 persons that are good batsmen. Some of them can bowl, but you all get exactly where I'm headed with this in particular. I feel Rovman Powell makes a plane. I genuinely feel that he will. It's imperative, in fact, for me. Other individuals that should be in the squad, well, here we go. You catch my drift? So far, you get exactly what you want. Jason Holder was part of the 2016 winning team. Akil Hussain did well against England in Jamaica's, rather West Indies' opening game of the tournament. There we go right there. I'm not sure if Sheldon Cottrell makes the plane. I certainly would like him to do. But that is something for us to consider. But for me, you know who's in it? That's Nicholas Perron, Shimron Hetmaya, Brandon King, Andre Russell, Fabian Allen, Robman Powell, Jason Holder, Akil Hussain, Odin Smith, Romario Shepard. That's 10 players right there. 10 players right there. And you still have there's still another 5 that will have to make the cut. And we have to look at the bowling. He makes the plane for me. Aljari Joseph makes the plane. I'm going to include Sheldon. Has to make it. Has to. It is our absolute must that he's there. Hidden Walsh Jr. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I know, I have an idea what you guys are saying. Well, Simon, who's going to be that guy to open? Well, at the top of the order, there's a number of options that we can think about. A few of them, in fact. Gone are the days of Chris Gayle, because we're not going to see Chris Gayle at the World Cup, unfortunately. And we haven't seen Evan Lewis since last year. We haven't seen Evan Lewis since the T20 World Cup against Australia in Abu Dhabi. But you know who makes the plane for me? Cal Mears. Cal Mears can open the batting with Brandon King. So right there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players. That's 14 players right there on the plane. And then you think about, will you select an O'Shane Thomas? Do you go with a Ruston Chase in the middle order? A Shea Hope? Where do you turn to from there? Because you definitely need somebody that can operate, in a sense, like the glue. Like a glue for the innings. That is going to be critical. Shamar Brooks, Darren Bravo, well, I say, why not? And this is a wild card. Raymond Rifa. But my question to you as Sports City fans is, what are your thoughts about this squad in particular? What are your thoughts about this squad? How would the West Indies do at the T20 World Cup with this squad in particular? Which players would you like to see introduced for the World Cup as the deadline day looms ahead of the tournament itself? Which player would you like to see within the squad? As this, as we know, is a predicted squad. I know there's no Ruston Chase, Nkrumah Bonner, Raheem Cornwall, Shea Hope. I know I don't have those individuals in the squad. I've included Akil Hussain, I've included Hayden Walsh, I have included some pace in Alzara Joseph. You have Russell that can bowl some seam as well. Rodman Powell, Jason Holder. So you have those options, Dean Smith, Romario Shepherd. There was a concern at the 2019 edition of the Cricket World Cup that Jamaica and the West Indies was, especially the Jamaican players in the squad, that there are too many all-rounders in the team and that you need specialist skill sets. I understand what was said by Joseph Reds Pereira. I really do understand, but versatility is so important. So having somebody that can bowl and hold their bat is an absolute blessing. Personally, I feel Alzara Joseph should spend a little bit more time in the nets because he can hold his bat. And it wouldn't surprise me if he turns into a number 8 or number 7 batsman in the future. It wouldn't at all. So that's something for us to really, really, really ponder and meditate and think about for the future. Alzara Joseph batting up the order. If he can remain fit, then the sky is the limit for that man. It's hard to believe, but Andre Russell is 34 years old. He's going to be 35 next year, which basically tells you that perhaps the 2024 edition of the T20 World Cup might be his last. And that's on home soil. I'd probably say that he may be beyond that, but it's going to be such a great spectacle, the 2024 edition of the T20 World Cup. Why? It's going to be in the United States and the West Indies. So that tells you everything right there. And the tournament is going to go to 20 teams. So it's going to increase from where it is right now, which is 16, and go to a 20-team tournament. You know, it's funny. The West Indies won the tournament when it was 12-team tournament. They won it when it was a 16-team tournament. And they're going to host a tournament that's going to be 20 teams. So they could be the first team to win the tournament expansion. And of course, we know West Indies' history in the T20 World Cup already. They won 2012 and 2016. Sri Lanka won 2014. India won 2007. Pakistan won 2009. Australia won 2021. England, they won 2010 in Barbados. New Zealand, they were runners-up in 2021. South Africa, they were semi-finalists in 2009 and 2014. The likes of Ireland and Bangladesh, the first they've been to was a Super 8 stage back in the day. But the likes of Afghanistan, the Netherlands, their furthest was the Super 10s. The Super 12s, Namibia and Scotland last year, that was the furthest. Zimbabwe, they haven't passed the first round in the history of the T20 World Cup. Same for Oman and the same for Hong Kong as well. And Nepal, Kenya, Papua New Guinea, and of course the United Arab Emirates. So there we go. That tells us everything that we need to know at this point in time. But as it relates to the expansion to 20 teams, what's going to happen for the the next edition is that the teams will be divided in 4 groups of 5 teams in each group. 4 groups, 5 in each group. 4 groups, 4 groups, and 5 teams in each group. And the top 2 from each group advances to the Super 8s. And there'll be 2 groups of 4. So you'll have 2 groups of 4. And the top 2 from each group advance to the semifinals. So clearly you'd have West Indies in one group and the United States in another group. So that basically clears that. But Sport City fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What would be your squad for the West Indies team heading into the T20 World Cup? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Sport City. A lot of work goes, guys, into preparing the content, doing the research, getting the credibility. So it doesn't take much, guys. It's free, completely free to hit the subscribe button. Just hit that subscribe button, and this is absolutely free. Just hit the subscribe button, and more exciting, riveting, credible content will be coming your way. This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Center, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.